Imagine you're handed a toolbox the day your child is born, but instead of wrenches and hammers, it's filled with ancient wisdom that's somehow more relevant than ever. That's what we're diving into today. We're about to unpack 12 Stoic lessons that'll revolutionize your dad game. Now I know what you're thinking. Stoic? Isn't that about being emotionless? Nope, that's a myth we're going to bust wide open. These aren't just philosophical musings from old guys in togas. These are practical, powerful tools that'll help you navigate the wild adventure of fatherhood. Whether you're changing diapers or dealing with teenage drama, these Stoic principles have got your back. Thank you all for watching, and may you enjoy this wisdom and knowledge and use it to become the best after you can. Number 1. Consistently lead by example. In the world of Stoicism and parenting, your actions speak louder than words. Your children are constantly observing you, absorbing your behaviors and reactions. They notice how you handle stress, treat others, and manage conflicts. As a father, you have the powerful opportunity to shape your children's character through your own actions. Want your kids to be patient, kind, or resilient? Start by embodying these virtues yourself. It's not about perfection, but about consistently striving to be your best self. Let your children see you reading if you want them to love books, or witness you managing your emotions when you're frustrated. When you make mistakes, use them as teaching moments. Apologize, explain what you learned, and show how you'll improve. This demonstrates real strength and the kind of resilience we want our children to develop. Remember, you're not just raising kids, you're shaping future adults. Your example today is creating the foundation for the parents of tomorrow. By aligning your actions with the values you wish to pass on, you create a home environment where virtues are lived, not just preached. It's challenging but incredibly rewarding. Number 2, consciously practice patience. Patience isn't just a virtue, dads, it's a superpower, especially when it comes to raising kids. Let's face it, children don't come with instruction manuals, and they're not miniature adults. They're learning, growing, and yes, sometimes failing every single day. As Stoic fathers, it's our job to meet these moments with understanding and patience. Picture this. Your toddler spills milk for the 5th time this week, or your teenager forgets an important assignment again. It's easy to feel frustrated, right? But here's where we need to pause and remember. These aren't just annoyances, they're opportunities for growth, for both you and your child. Consciously practicing patience means taking a deep breath before reacting, reminding yourself that mistakes are part of the learning process. It's about offering guidance instead of criticism, support instead of anger. When you respond with patience, you're not just keeping the peace, you're teaching resilience, fostering a growth mindset, and showing your kids it's okay to be imperfect. This doesn't mean letting things slide. It means addressing issues with calm and understanding. Remember, your patience today is building your child's confidence for tomorrow. It's not always easy, but with practice, patience becomes a habit, one that will strengthen your relationship with your children and set them up for success in life. Number 3, enthusiastically encourage curiosity. Igniting the spark of curiosity in your kids is one of the greatest gifts you can give them as a father. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the trap of providing quick answers or brushing off questions. But let's channel our inner Stoics and embrace the power of wonder. When your child asks, "Why is the sky blue?" or "How do planes fly?" see it as an invitation to explore together. Instead of giving a cut-and-dry answer, try responding with, "What do you think?" or "Let's find out." This approach not only keeps their natural curiosity alive, but also teaches them how to think, not just what to think. Make learning an adventure, visit museums, conduct simple experiments at home, or explore nature together. When you show genuine excitement about discovering new things, you're modeling a lifelong love of learning. Remember, critical thinking isn't just about academics. It's a life skill that will serve your children well in all aspects of their lives. By encouraging them to question, analyze, and seek understanding, you're equipping them with tools to navigate an ever-changing world. But it doesn't stop there. Encouraging curiosity means creating an environment where questions are welcome and celebrated. Set aside dedicated time for wonder sessions, where you and your kids can discuss anything that piques their interest. Use dinner-time conversations to explore new ideas or current events. Introduce them to diverse perspectives and encourage them to form their own opinions. As Stoic fathers, we can also use curiosity as a tool for emotional growth. When your child is upset or frustrated, asking open-ended questions can help them understand their feelings better. What made you feel this way? Or, how do you think we could solve this problem? Empowers them to process emotions and find solutions. Don't forget to nurture your own curiosity too. Let your kids see you learning new skills, reading books, or tackling challenging projects. Share your discoveries with them, and be open about the things you don't know. It's okay to say, "I'm not sure, but let's find out together." This vulnerability can be powerful in building trust and showing that learning is a lifelong journey. Remember, every question is an opportunity to strengthen your bond and expand your child's horizons. By enthusiastically encouraging curiosity, you're not just raising a learner, you're nurturing a thinker, a problem solver, and a future innovator. So next time your kid comes to you with a seemingly odd question, resist the urge to dismiss it. Instead, dive in with enthusiasm. You might be surprised at how much you both learn in the process, and how these moments of shared discovery can become some of your most cherished memories as a father. Number 4. Attentively listen actively. In our hyper-connected world, true listening has become a rare art. As Stoic fathers, we have the opportunity to master this art and use it to forge stronger bonds with our children. Active listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about being fully present and engaged when your child speaks. This means putting down your phone, turning off the TV, and giving your undivided attention. When your child starts talking, make eye contact. Show them they have your full focus. It's not just about what they're saying, but also about what they're not saying. Watch their body language. Notice their tone of voice. These nonverbal cues often tell a deeper story than words alone. Practice reflective listening. Repeat back what you've heard to ensure you've understood correctly. So, what you're saying is, this not only shows you're paying attention, but also helps clarify any misunderstandings. It teaches your child the value of clear communication and shows them that their thoughts are important enough to be accurately understood. Ask open-ended questions that encourage your child to elaborate. How did that make you feel? Or, what do you think about that? These questions show genuine interest and help your child develop their ability to express themselves. It also gives you deeper insights into their world, their fears, their dreams, and their challenges. Remember, listening isn't about waiting for your turn to speak or immediately jumping in with solutions. Sometimes your child just needs to be heard. Resist the urge to interrupt or offer immediate advice unless they specifically ask for it. By allowing them to express themselves fully, you're helping them develop confidence in their own voice and problem-solving abilities. Active listening also means being patient with silences. If your child is struggling to express something, give them time. These pauses can be uncomfortable, but they're often where the most important thoughts are formed. Your patience in these moments teaches them that it's okay to take time to gather their thoughts. Number 5. Intentionally teach resilience. In the Stoic playbook, resilience isn't just a nice-to-have quality, it's essential. As fathers, we have the crucial task of equipping our children with this vital life skill. Resilience is the armor that will protect them in life's inevitable battles, and it's our job to help them forge it. Start by reframing challenges in your everyday life. When you face a setback, narrate your thought process out loud. This is tough, but I can learn from it. Show your kids that obstacles aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones. When they see you approach difficulties with a growth mindset, they'll start to internalize this perspective. Create a family culture where mistakes are viewed as learning opportunities. When your child fumbles, resist the urge to swoop in and fix everything. Instead, ask, what can we learn from this? Guide them through the process of analyzing what went wrong and brainstorming solutions. This teaches them that setbacks are not the end of the road, but rather detours on the path to success. Encourage your children to take on challenging tasks, whether it's trying a new sport, tackling a difficult puzzle, or learning a musical instrument. These experiences build resilience. When they struggle, and they will, offer support without taking over. Remind them that the struggle is where growth happens. Celebrate their efforts as much as their achievements. Share stories of resilience, both personal and historical. Talk about times when you faced adversity and came out stronger. Introduce them to biographies of individuals who overcame great odds. These narratives can be powerful motivators and show that resilience is a universal human quality. Teach them the Stoic practice of negative visualization. Encourage them to occasionally imagine losing things they value. This isn't about fostering pessimism, but about cultivating gratitude and preparing for life's ups and downs. It helps build emotional resilience and puts minor setbacks into perspective. Help your children develop a strong internal locus of control. Teach them to focus on what they can influence rather than what's beyond their control. When faced with a problem, guide them to identify aspects they can act on. This empowers them and prevents feelings of helplessness. Practice delayed gratification together. In our instant everything world, the ability to wait and work for rewards is a superpower. Set family goals that require sustained effort. This could be saving for a vacation or working on a long-term project together. These experiences teach perseverance and the value of long-term thinking. Number 6. Thoughtfully balance discipline with compassion. Discipline isn't about punishment but teaching. Set clear rules and explain the reasoning behind them, respecting your child's intelligence. Be flexible when warranted, as this teaches critical thinking and negotiation skills. Compassion doesn't mean being a pushover. It's about responding to your child's emotional needs with empathy, even when enforcing consequences. Consider what's driving misbehavior. Are they tired, frustrated, or seeking attention? Addressing root causes often prevents future issues more effectively than punishment alone. Implement natural consequences where appropriate. If your child refuses to wear a coat, let them feel cold, within reason. These experiences teach powerfully. Deliver discipline calmly and consistently, modeling emotional regulation. Praise effort and progress, not just results, to nurture a growth mindset. Create opportunities for open dialogue about rules and expectations. As your children grow, involve them in setting family guidelines. Be willing to apologize when you make mistakes, showing that taking responsibility is a sign of strength. Remember, the goal is to raise children who are self-disciplined and emotionally intelligent. We want kids who make good choices because they understand their value, not out of fear. This balance shapes not just behavior, but character. It influences how they'll handle authority, treat others, and eventually parent their own children. Finding this balance is a daily practice, not a destination. Some days you'll nail it, others you'll struggle. What matters is that you're mindfully striving for that golden mean, demonstrating that true strength comes from both firm principles and a compassionate heart. Number 7. Openly embrace imperfection. Start by acknowledging your own mistakes. When you mess up, own it. Say, "I made a mistake and here's what I learned from it." This powerful act shows your children that errors aren't shameful, they're opportunities. It demystifies failure and makes it less scary for your kids to admit their own slip-ups. Create an environment where it's safe to fail. Encourage your children to try new things without the pressure of getting it right the first time. When they stumble, resist the urge to jump in and fix everything. Instead, ask, "What do you think you could do differently next time?" This approach fosters problem-solving skills and resilience. Use family dinner conversations to share mistake of the day stories. Make it a light-hearted ritual where everyone, including you, talks about a mistake they made and what they learned. This practice normalizes imperfection and turns it into a shared experience of growth. When your child makes a mistake, avoid harsh criticism. Instead, approach it with curiosity. "That didn't go as planned, did it? What happened?" This opens up a dialogue and helps your child develop self-reflection skills. It also reinforces the idea that mistakes are part of the learning process, not a reflection of their worth. Remember, how we react to our children's mistakes shapes their relationship with imperfection. If we respond with anger or disappointment, we teach them to fear failure. If we respond with understanding and guidance, we teach them to view mistakes as stepping stones to success. Embrace the Stoic principle of focusing on what's within our control. Teach your kids that while we can't always control outcomes, we can control our efforts and reactions. This shift in focus from perfection to progress can be liberating for both you and your children. Share stories of famous failures that led to success. Talk about inventors, athletes, or historical figures who faced setbacks before achieving their goals. These narratives reinforce the idea that mistakes are a natural part of any journey toward success. Number 8. Deliberately cultivate gratitude. In our modern world of constant comparisons and instant gratification, cultivating gratitude is more crucial than ever. As Stoic fathers, we have the opportunity to instill this powerful mindset in our children, helping them find contentment and joy in their everyday lives. Start by modeling gratitude yourself. Make it a habit to express appreciation for the small things in life. A warm cup of coffee, a beautiful sunset, or a kind gesture from a stranger. When your children see you consistently acknowledging the good in your life, they'll naturally begin to adopt this perspective. Implement a daily gratitude practice in your family routine. At dinner or bedtime, have each family member share one thing they're grateful for. This simple act trains the mind to look for positives throughout the day. Encourage your children to be specific. Instead of, "I'm grateful for my toys," guide them towards, "I'm grateful for the Lego set Grandma gave me because it lets me be creative." Help your children understand the difference between wants and needs. In a world of advertising and social media, it's easy for kids to feel they're missing out. Have open discussions about what truly brings lasting happiness versus fleeting pleasure. This isn't about denying desires, but about putting them in perspective. Create opportunities for your children to experience the joy of giving. Involve them in choosing toys to donate, volunteering at a local charity, or helping a neighbor. These experiences foster empathy and help children appreciate their own blessings. Teach your kids to find beauty and wonder in nature. Take walks in the park, go stargazing, or plant a garden together. These activities cost little but can instill a deep appreciation for the world around us. When faced with disappointments or setbacks, guide your children to find silver linings. This doesn't mean ignoring negative feelings, but rather teaching them to balance those feelings with an awareness of what's still good in their lives. Use comparisons wisely. Instead of comparing your family's situation to those who have more, occasionally point out how fortunate you are compared to many in the world. This builds perspective and global awareness. Encourage your children to keep a gratitude journal. For younger kids, this could be a drawing book where they illustrate things they're thankful for. Older children might enjoy writing brief entries about positive experiences or things they appreciate. Practice the Stoic exercise of negative visualization with your kids. Occasionally, have them imagine life without something they value, their favorite toy, a beloved pet, or even running water. This exercise isn't meant to induce anxiety, but to deepen appreciation for what we often take for granted. Remember, gratitude isn't about ignoring life's challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging the good alongside the difficult. By deliberately cultivating gratitude, we're giving our children a powerful tool for resilience and contentment. We're teaching them to find joy not in what they lack, but in what they have. Number 9. Gently encourage self-reflection. Self-reflection is a key Stoic practice, and as fathers, we can nurture this skill in our children from an early age. Create a safe space for your kids to express their thoughts and feelings without judgment. Ask open-ended questions like, "How did that situation make you feel?" Or, "What do you think led to that decision?" Introduce a daily review routine. Before bedtime, spend a few minutes discussing their day, considering what went well, what challenges they faced, and what they learned. This helps develop the habit of regular self-reflection. When conflicts arise, Guide your child through self-examination rather than immediately solving the problem. Ask questions like, "What were you thinking when that happened?" Or, "How do you think your actions affected others?" Teach your children to identify and name their emotions, expanding their emotional vocabulary beyond just happy, sad, or angry. Encourage journaling or creative expression as means of self-reflection. Model self-reflection in your own life. Share your insights and growth moments with your children. Use stories and hypothetical situations to practice reflection together. Remember, the goal isn't to make your child overly self-critical, but to foster healthy self-awareness and personal responsibility. By gently encouraging self-reflection, we're helping our children develop inner resources that will serve them throughout their lives, making them thoughtful, introspective individuals who can navigate the complexities of the world with wisdom and clarity. Number 10, mindfully practice presence. In our hyper-connected world, being truly present is both a challenge and a gift. Start by recognizing the value of undivided attention. When your child speaks to you, put down your phone, make eye contact, and listen actively. This shows them they're important and worthy of your full focus. Create no-device zones or times in your home, perhaps during meals or before bedtime. Use this time to engage in conversation, play games, or simply be together without digital distractions. Engage in activities that naturally promote presence, like building with Legos, drawing together, or going for nature walks. These activities require focus and help both you and your child stay in the moment. Be mindful of your own distractions. If you find your mind wandering, gently bring your attention back to the present. It's not about perfect focus, but about the consistent effort to return to the moment. Remember, quality time doesn't always mean planned activities. Small moments throughout the day, a car ride, doing chores together, or even waiting in line, can become opportunities for connection if you're fully present. As Stoic fathers, we understand the importance of living in accordance with nature and focusing on what's truly important. By mindfully practicing presence, we're not just strengthening our relationship with our children. We're teaching them the value of human connection in a digital age and showing them how to engage fully with life, one moment at a time. Number 11, gradually foster independence. Start by offering age-appropriate choices and responsibilities. For younger kids, this might mean choosing between two outfits. For older ones, it could involve managing their homework schedule or doing laundry. Encourage problem-solving skills by asking guiding questions instead of immediately providing solutions. Allow for natural consequences when safe to do so, as these experiences teach powerful lessons. Gradually increase freedoms as your child demonstrates responsibility. Teach financial literacy early through allowances or savings accounts. Encourage your children to pursue their own interests and passions, fostering individuality and self-direction. Model independence in your own life, letting your children see you tackling challenges and making decisions. As they become more independent, assure them that you're still there for support when needed. Remember, fostering independence isn't about pushing your child away, but about equipping them with tools to thrive on their own. It requires patience and trust in yourself as a parent and in your child's growing abilities. Each step towards independence is a step towards your child becoming a self-reliant, confident adult, prepared not just for success, but for resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Number 12, purposefully emphasize character over achievement. In our achievement-oriented society, it's easy to get caught up in the race for external markers of success. As Stoic fathers, we have the opportunity to shift this focus towards something more enduring and meaningful: the development of our children's character. Start by clearly defining and discussing virtues with your children. Talk about concepts like honesty, courage, kindness, and justice. Use everyday situations as opportunities to highlight these virtues in action. Praise effort and character traits over outcomes. Instead of focusing solely on grades or wins, commend your child's perseverance, integrity, or compassion. For example, "I'm proud of how hard you worked on that project," rather than just "great job getting an A." Share stories of individuals who demonstrated strong moral character, even in the face of adversity. These could be historical figures, family members, or even characters from books or movies. Discuss what you admire about their choices and actions. Create opportunities for your children to practice virtues. Encourage them to volunteer, stand up for others, or make choices that might be difficult but align with their values. When your child faces ethical dilemmas, guide them through the decision-making process. Ask questions that help them consider the moral implications of their choices, not just the personal benefits or consequences. Model the importance of character in your own life. Let your children see you making decisions based on your values, even when it's not the easiest path. Encourage self-reflection about character. Ask your children to think about times they demonstrated a particular virtue, or when they struggled to do so. This promotes self-awareness and moral growth. Remember, emphasizing character doesn't mean disregarding achievements. Instead, it's about putting those achievements in perspective and valuing the person your child is becoming more than the accolades they accumulate. And there you have it, fellow fathers. 12 Stoic lessons to elevate your parenting game. Remember, as the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he is not, but rejoices for those which he has." In fatherhood, this means cherishing every moment, embracing the challenges and focusing on what truly matters, the character and well-being of our children. As you go forth to apply these Stoic principles, remember that this journey of fatherhood, like Stoicism itself, is about constant practice and improvement. You won't be perfect, and that's okay. What matters is that you show up, stay present, and keep striving to be better. If you found value in these Stoic lessons, don't keep this wisdom to yourself. Share it with other dads who might need a little ancient wisdom in their lives. Hit that like button to let us know you're ready to become a Stoic super dad. Subscribe to the channel for more practical philosophy that'll upgrade your life and your parenting. And don't forget to turn on those notifications so you never miss out on our next video drop of timeless wisdom for modern living. Until next time, may you all find peace and serenity in the Stoic ways.